Well, it doesn't get much bigger than this, the current film.
To just enjoy yourself.
Okay, go. Happy day for her.
Yeah, Faves is back in, and
I'll be batting first in this crunch match.
First thing has gone India's way, and that is to win the toss. But
I think number 3
going to look at those
Couple of weeks of London here at the home wicket for the last round match of this ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Top of the lay down, the crowd come in and they are ready. We find ourselves here at the last round ICC Women's T20 World Cup and there'll be a little bit of extra nerve today. Well, India's way, Harman elected to bat total on the who has batted predominantly. The challenge has been of the ages. Points, a healthy net run in second spot after Bangladesh only an hour or so is looking to knock them out. IND-W postcode, one of the oldest, and it's been overtaken of T20 Lords for a match. I won't say nerves, and I think it really is to play for as well.
Knockout qualified. They're like you mentioned at this point and likely to be
been quite the interesting. So just the one leggy coming in. Always
with your opponents, this can be challenging. This is such an
for a moment at least get herself as a nation.
in the shots on the foundation build Britain.
What dreams of most ever T20 World. That area early and our play against you had to set the welcome. Phoebe lit for 3. Perry moves down to 4. Play.
Well, I'm sure they would have done their homework.
Gets called into play again. Non-strikers end. In matches like this, it's just... And, of course, through the cover... The hits. Oh, she's found space there. Some handy wrist work. Well, the hamstring looks all right, but the slope and the shot combine nicely for 4. And again, even nicer. Litchfield gives it timing. So Australia, who've conceded the least amount of boundaries in the power play in this tournament, know all of a sudden India have come to play. They can... Good field. Out there, straight to Hamilton after 2. Chases a wide one. Space there. Just drag the length back. We'll be keeping an eye on the footwork here of Smriti Mandhana for the result. Grimace there from Sophie Molyneux. Got to be careful, really careful, because Smriti Mandhana is magnificent here at Lords.
She picked that length early, Smriti Mandhana.
Shafali Verma straight away, trip on Australia.
Might not want to bowl that length to Shafali.
Which I'm surprised it was a single, not a 34 balls. Strike rate. She's done it once. She's done it all the way.
Oh, I want it.
Yeah. Got it. At end of 5, India 36.
It's a shorter boundary and it's got adequate protection, deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. Expect a lot of movement maybe now.
placing it for the runs.
Turn or swing.
Very smart. Is the Shafali Verma.
Stroke to witness. Because you know when you watch Shafali Verma's
Always had that promise. Smriti Mandhana will go straight to the
Support.
happy now,
you
Anju.
don't want to much happy.
Deep mid and deep square. It's a full toss. And Wareham would consider herself very lucky
Blinky
at deep cover.
to the keeper.
with the intent that Shafali had. Two fielders in the deep. Oh, that one stayed low. And that's a couple of instances.
Low a bounce. Again, even that is a shot. So it just goes to show you how...
A change of ends. Turn Smriti Mandhana. And she will try and access that. It's a strong zone. A lot straighter, allows long off to cut that. But the opening over. Slightly yorked. Just being a little what. She'd like this one. How would you like that? It will sail over. In 6 for Shafali Verma. And then goes off at Shafali Verma. It's up the slope. It's a bigger boundary. Oh, they've knocked it. We'll pick up a single. Not sure over. It's a skipper who's brought delight to Australia. Trying to go inside out. Shafali Verma loses balance and her wicket. Adventurous on the very first ball. Aware of the pockets. Should get her running. Gutsy. The catching cover. She goes over that.
How can I get...
Hit in front. Australia very interested, but it was a fair way outside. Annabelle Sutherland. Excellent piece of fielding, an extra cup. Australia very happy that she's back in the field. Slow ball, good deception. Sutherland's. Straight over the top of it. Here's Georgia Vold, and I think it mid-off. Once again, the slower ball there.
India definitely having
edge there, pushing wider, trying to keep her away. Looks for the reverse. Read beautifully. There's confusion. India. Confusion and elation from Australia as they pick up a big wicket from Smriti. Lucy Hamilton. Well, chips this one in the air just from the fielder, the mid-on. Thick. Was it deliberate? Either way, it's gone.
Of the Australian plan, BBL, that exposure.
Width offered. Might get it cleanly. This time. Plenty of space. Haven't seen too many short balls. Quite effective. Just the timing on it. A little bit of extra pace from Sutherland. Just beautifully behind. Bowls beautifully into the wicket, does Sutherland.
Oh, this could be close. It's kept low. And she has at that.
India's
Up and over. Enjoys the offside. The crowd out of the seat again.
Yeah, it's a big crowd of blue as well. Because they'll come out with nothing to fear. They're already...
Thick outside edge to the slow. Even though it's a slower ball, enough pace here to beat Litchfield.
And just...
That slices to that sun then. She hasn't found that fluency. Scheme.
Badgett.
It's found some space there. Inside, it's that movement at the crease that makes it so difficult. Up and over. The only question was 4 or 6. It will be 4.
They've been so good at talking about, and I say that.
We'll go from ball 1 and just skew single. Shot straight down the ground. This innings 150 comes up for it.
Absolutely.
Periscope up. They go long once they get back sixes. And it's just the classic. Once, twice. Assistance. Phoebe Litchfield joins Care. Flat to Perry. She will not drop that. And that brings to an end a magnificent innings. The fastest ever figure in T20 internationals. Oh, it's a top edge. Mooney. The race is on. And why not two? They've put on 170.
For more than 3 within breadth of the country to remember in this 10th edition of With a Wicket, 46 runs. A lot of
To get the flash interview on, but and Harmanpreet Kaur, like I started here, I got to there, she was 50. So incredible. Maybe the pitch option Australia wanted to bowl first on this, so they were happy with that. But being through throughout the game, that's probably one thing there.
Over wicket. She's known for giving India that first breakthrough in the power play. That is some.
It's a loose now. And Georgia Wall feasts on it.
Yeah, just didn't allow any time for that to swing with the length that she bowled there.
That's the one you've got to be wary of. Jags back in. A question's been asked. Harmanpreet Kaur.
Impact in line. Wickets are hitting.
Richa Ghosh has she taken pace off the ball direction. Doesn't waste much time, Phoebe. Shape. An attempt to put pressure straight away. Travel flat and quick. Very good running between the wicket. Plays it with soft hands, Phoebe Litchfield. Plays it square. There comes down the track and has played it wide of Radha Yadav, but it race away down the slope. Gets a boundary, Phoebe Litchfield.
Radha Yadav has been patrolling that boundary.
Makes room for herself, goes straight down the ground, past the bowler with... Much better with the line and control, Renuka Thakur in this over. There's
a lot of space in front of her at the moment.
Yeah, this is good from India's point of view.
She generally just keeps it nice and simple, keeps the stump.
And is brave enough to just understand the pulse of the game, not to go over either way. Starts off, plays with the shape. There is a fielder, but the ball's running away. Does well to cut it off. Plays across the line. There's an empty pinted Beth Mooney. Adjusted the field in the deep on the onside. And a couple of
down and can just admire it as it hits into the padding here on the fullest C4. We will check it. And it's sliding down leg and it's got a bit on it to go towards the boundary line. It pulls. This will be the biggest challenge for
Australia would like to batter is thinking.
Gives away as stumps, goes in out to the offside. Go straight again, brings the fielder into play, and she's not going to drop it. That's Smriti Mandhana, so cool under the pressure. Phoebe Litchfield comes back into the Australian side.